Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Max, the chief evangelist over here at Hapily, aka the David Duchovny of deals, aka the line item lizard king. And today I'm going to be showing you how to increment date properties when you are cloning deals in HubSpot using our app Clone Attack. So let's dive right in and get started. Here I have a deal that I just closed. Now the scenario is whenever I close a deal, I want to be able to create a renewal deal with a close date for 1 year out. Now, the other thing I want to be able to do though is copy a lot of the information over from this deal to that new deal, so I have all that context and information when I go approach it again in a year and start to work that deal. Now, that could be a lot of different things. For example, if we take a look at this deal here, I've got this deal subscription. I might have a bunch of other different properties that I've filled in information for this deal. You'll also notice that I have a close date here that will come in handy a little bit later. Additionally, on the right-hand side, you can see that I have contacts associated to the deal. I have companies associated to the deal, and I want to make sure that we preserve any of those important relationships. On top of that, we also have attachments and we have the line items for this deal. Now, an easy way that I can go ahead and clone this deal is simply looking down at this Clone Attack card that we put on all of your different records, and I can hit this Duplicate Now button. It's as easy as that. When I hit this button, I'll get a little pop-up that shows in the middle of the record, and it will ask me what I want to actually bring over when I duplicate this deal. I could also change the deal name here. So if I wanted to type in renewal or something else, I could totally do that. But right now I'm going to select yes, I want the companies to come through. I want the contacts to come through, but I also want the line items to come through. So I'm going to select products. I also want the attachments and the files to come through as well, because those are important. And then what I can do is come down here and choose the destination. So I'm going to choose my renewals pipeline in this case. And then for the stage, I'm going to select renewal created, and I'm going to go ahead and hit copy now. And boom, just like that, we've created the new deal. Let's go take a peek at it. So here's that new deal that I created. What you'll notice immediately is all of the properties are intact. So it copied all the properties over, which is great. On the right-hand side, you'll see my associations are there, the contact, the company that we're selling to. You'll also see that the attachments came over. That's definitely important if they sent us any schematics or maybe important documents related to the deal itself. I now have those on the new renewal deal, so I have that context as well. And on top of that, it brings over the line items too as well. Now, something else you'll notice about this copied deal is that the close date was automatically set to a year out from the day that I cloned it. The way that we do this is by setting up this setting inside of the Hapily app portal. Now, I'm going to go into the Hapily portal real quick just to show you how we do this. What you're going to want to do is log into your Hapily app portal. On the left-hand side, you'll see options for Clone Attack, and then there's this tab that says Field Settings. Inside of here, what you're going to want to do is change to the object that you want to manage these field settings for. And you'll see we already have it set up here, but you basically just choose the property from a dropdown, and then you choose whether you're either setting a default value or you can choose not to copy it over. So if you have any fields that you don't want to copy over, you can sort of filter them out. By default, all the fields are going to be copied over. But in our case here, we want to set a default value for the close date. And in this case, we're setting it to 1 year out. Now you can set this to days, months, years, any sort of increment of time, right? But the fact that I've set this up in here, after I hit save, what'll happen is anytime a object of this type gets cloned, it will automatically increment that date property. Now, this is also going to work the same way if you're using any workflows to run the clones as well. So in this case right here, I have a deal workflow set up so that anytime it reaches a close one stage, it uses the clones deal workflow action and it copies over everything. It gives the deal a name, it copies over the company and contact associations, it's bringing over the line items, bringing over the notes and files, copying over any tickets that are associated to it, and it's dropping it in the right pipeline. The big difference is this is just going to automatically happen when I close win deals instead of me having to manually do it on the card. But even with this happening this way, it's also going to increment that date property because we set it up to in the Hapily app portal. That's all I got for this one. If you have any other questions around duplicating objects inside of HubSpot, throw them in the comments below and we can get to your question. If this video was helpful, go ahead and hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the Hapily channel on YouTube and give us a follow on LinkedIn so you can stay up to speed with all the cool apps that we're building for HubSpot here at Hapily. Thanks, everybody.
And you know it was built happily.